Uh, I'm a little topsy-turvy to the idea of it all. But, check it. Because the closer I get, the easier it is to supplement my mind into the eternal body structure of what I'm looking for in life. And that's on my schedule. Unchlorinated water. How nice an unchlorinated water is. Chlorinated water's bad. It hurts the tummy. I ate half of my breakfast and then I ate the other half of my breakfast later. One could say I ate one meal divided between two distinctive segments of the day in time. I consumed nourishment at about 10:30, and then I consumed nourishment of the same boxed meal because I took it with me to go. Because as I turn into a bird, I lose the human integrity of being overweight with my comfort body. And I emerge into a more tightly packaged, toned, more sturdy, rock-like creature. And I say, oh, I got the goth girl's number today. I got the goth girl's number today simply by being some sort of creature. I emerged victorious with the goth girl's number. And I'm not talking about these e-girl goths. I don't want some stupid person that needs to dress with globs of makeup and think that they're some sort of alternative goddess. It's not that deep to just wear a bunch of makeup and listen to The Cure. You have to have a distinctive mentality about trying to relax to be an alternative person. Too many alternative people are up in arms against their identity. Dude, just fucking chill and admire that death has its own sentiment to beauty and that life is a blessing. You don't need to sink too deeply into the manifestation in your mind that something has to matter in order to incorporate worth. You can just exist happily, and that's all the worth you need. But I was able to acquire, yet again, the goth girl's number because I have the ability to talk like a human, and sometimes I'm a little bit more interesting. Were you the one who uploaded Silent Hill soundtracks? Nah, that wasn't me. Nah, I uploaded Silent Hill soundtracks for all the games. I think you're thinking of somebody else. And able to acquire the goth girl's number, I simply walked into the room in a positive mind. And in the class, I participated in the class assignment and discussion to show that my brain works, even though I am certified. I have a diagnosis that says I'm nuts. Says that I have borderline personality. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have borderline personality and I have dyslexia. So if you can understand that my brain's fucked up, you got to understand that my mind is fucked up at processing that my brain is fucked up because sometimes it knows what it's doing, sometimes it don't. So I just learned to chill, slow down a little, and hang out. And on top of the BPD and dyslexia, I also have my bradycardia. So that's nice. I'm recognized as a basically a crocodile bird man. And the crocodile bird man specifically has like his own kind of spidey sense in a way that I usually move my head and action persist within the seconds to follow. And I say, LOL, I'm thirsty. Chemicals. So basically, the secret to life is if you're bored, you. Last question. How do you know the title of each soundtrack? LED led in the madness. No dream dog just falls again. I'll answer this question because it's a simple answer. I download a soundtrack, and then it comes with the titles. And then the titles that are on the soundtrack are the titles that I set on YouTube. I just basically type in what's already there and then type it in on YouTube. Then YouTube has if you got the soundtrack, the complete soundtrack, the original soundtrack is different. And people say, that's not the name of the fucking song. And I say, I'm talking about a goth girl and getting her phone number by being whimsical and being a little bit more intense than the other people. Because the goth girl doesn't want to know that you're simping for her. She wants to know that you're interesting and have other thoughts than just simping. I like to plant vegetables, and I'm very upset that they took my outdoor lettuce. They said, you're not allowed to grow lettuce outside. Fuck you. There's nothing wrong with interrupting. If you have a question, I am an open book of answers, especially if it's pertaining to the channel. Silent Hill, my opinion of it. Very loosely, perhaps Resident Evil. I'm also a Resident Evil huge fan, but I like Silent Hill more. And I will answer questions because I am a book of knowledge. And I say, as soon as that star falls into the ground someplace, the soil will start to ferment and sour and extend its sort of poisonous cobalt blood through the ground. An old world, they called it wormwood, but it's basically, it poisons the ground, and then the poisoned ground bears fruit that intoxifies the body and soul that come in contact with it in such a way that they become part of the body of dread. It's all that matters is if I achieve some sort of level of ascendance to the extent where I know that I'll almost complete the cycle, I can always self-detriment myself. I don't have an agricultural business. I just like growing my own crops, because growing my own crops means I don't have to buy as much. If I grow the tomato, I do not need to be concerned about 2 tomatoes for $3. And if I grow the lettuce can go on the burger. Yeah. I say the strangest part is the sky is abundant with corpses that are semi impervious in their form. They may be dead, but they're sleeping corpses that can still influence the world, the very atmosphere of the universe around them. Every now and then you get some sort of glitch that happens, and usually some sort of living thing born in an unproximate location in the universe takes, let's say something spawns into existence that needs to breathe oxygen, and it spawns in space. That's usually, where a lot of those corpses exist. But sometimes things can be born that have the ability to influence a permeant vessel that has translucency to the need to breathe oxygen, the need to replicate cells. And sometimes things can swim through the other inhabitants of this time and space. Sometimes there is no time and space involved. Sometimes things can exist beyond the quantums, beyond the scale of recognition, beyond the scale of matter quantified by gravitational force and the interwebbing of that same mass and how it displaces the spectral web of the universe. Is the more mass something has, the more that it displaces time and the webbing of the quantums around it. And some things don't have a mass because they don't follow a physical form. They follow more of a continuous sort of chaotic energy, sort of like a plasma in a way. And it's the closest thing to some sort of ether like energy that's beyond matter and beyond spiritual, oral plane. It's some sort of deeper level of energy that exists beyond the chasms of nothingness and potential to be anything. And then that basically swims until it finds the necessity of what it's trying to, build upon itself. But that's, it was my first time seeing you live as a stranger, as a child. Well, I've been around for such a long time, and it's nice to know that you have as well. You've been here since year three. Year three. The problem with my community is I live with young people and old people, with families, with just couples, with single people. So it's a unique environment. Whereas before I lived with a bunch of college students, now I live with a diverse collective. It feels more like sort of a Dexter situation. I feel like a little Dexter, but instead of blood slides, I have drug hides. It's where I hide my drugs, my various substances, because I'm not meant to be sober. And I know that doesn't make sense to anybody, but I'm not a drug addict. Because drug addicts can't help themselves. I need to constantly displace my mind because my mind is not designed for proximate settings. My mind is not designed for chaos either, but my mind is definitely designed to spread out its perceptions and sometimes even question knowledge I already know. Or more often than not, constantly question everything I know because the structure of life should branch upon If you have that sort of iffy and intuitive sort of gut feeling that knowledge you've been told is just fucked up and wrong, maybe it's better to just exercise it yourself and see if you get a different outcome. And if your variables are consistent, then someone's sending you a false narrative. I could indoctrinate myself. Coming Sunday. Oh, this is fun. You must be one of the people that want to kill me, huh? One of these evil people that don't understand that my evil trumps your evil. I'm so sick of this game. People say, guess who? I have met many people. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Blake Tuttle and his sister. So that you're number one. Murdo Cuento Fuente. It's Nick Fuentes. That would make sense politically. Do you understand stars? Do you understand that the sun is a cosmic god? We were classmates in second year college. Oh, is this Rhiannon? Is this Rhiannon? Is this Tyler? You gotta remember, I've been in college for a very long time. I was in college 13 years ago to understand criminal psychology so I could analyze all of you. Like a sick bird, man. So it's either Rhiannon or Tyler. Those are the only people I remember from college that mattered anything to me. Oh, wait, no. There could have been Jeremy Harpool, but I don't think you'd be Jeremy Harpool either. Those are my three guesses. Second year of college. So, I played your guessing game. I guessed three different people. You're talking about this semester, and that's different. Tyler here, buddy. Oh, the Onion Knight. Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. You want to come by the floating castle? I just got my Instagram redacted again because my freedom of speech is more important. And I'm kind of a hater. And I just say whatever the fuck I want. The repercussions are, oh no, I don't have social media. This is what I'll do. You can go ahead, Mister Tyler. I love you. You know, I always tell people that you're the only person that I've ever sat in with dinner as a comrade, and you put your phone down in utter respect, and that's why I have the deepest of respect for you, Tyler. Because I don't have respect for people that don't know how to gangster it up with quality time, and you know how to do that, so that's pretty cool. I'm in Orlando, so you're gonna have to come over and hang out. I'm over here in Orlando. I don't. Saturday and Sunday I have off, so no, I'm not. But you come. I have this couch. This is my little turtle chair. But then we go into the floating castle, and you can come inside of here. And you and your, are you guys married yet? I'm gonna visit you, and I'm gonna bring food. You bring food. That would be apps. We can cook food. Bring food that we can cook. I like cooking. Just bring something we can cook. You can sleep on the couch. You can sleep on the couch. You got your girlfriend with you? Your wife? I also got a fold out trifold, but I sleep out here. I sleep on the couch. You can fit two people on this couch, dead ass. And I know that because I'm a people, and I'm a bigger people than many other people. Look at this. You see, I'm all the way over here, and you know that I'm comfy. And you can fit this way as well, long ways. Not have, just me. Just bring them. As long as it doesn't turn into you saying that you want to stay here forever, which is an impossibility, you're allowed to come visit. And if you bring food, that would be cool. And if you can find weed, that would be even better. Because honestly, I want to take a break from weed, but you can't say, hey, I want to hang out. And then not smoke. I got a bong and a pipe. 2 weeks only, if that's okay. I don't know, man. I got vacation coming up, and I'm not gonna lie. I got Thanksgiving's next week, and then Thanksgiving break, and then I still have class. No, it's just a very difficult thing because I go to my class. If you want to visit me, that's one thing, but I can't just make plans with people that last. My set rule is people can visit me for 3 days max. Oh, well then, yeah. But if you steal anything with me, I'll just have to gut you alive. I have many things in my apartment I can kill people with because I don't like people stealing my things. And even if you're my friends, you have to be very careful. Because some of my best friends have hit me over the head with baseball bats and stabbed me and set me on fire and shot at me and tried to kill me in the woods. And I'm still here. Can you believe that Ree is a psycho bitch, by the way? No, you don't have to cook food for me. I don't need food cooked for me, friends. I like to cook with people. But that's, it's just really, it really is just tough because, Monday I have, this is my, look at this. Ree is a girl, man. I got class 1 to 4 on Monday. Oh, wait. No. Wait, this Sunday? Oh, hell yeah. I don't have class next week. If you're coming this Sunday, I guess that works. Yeah, we can hang out. We can hang out. Don't try to have sex with me. I am straight. Don't try to murder me in my sleep. I don't sleep. And I know where everything is at all times because part of my soul actually exists. Not only in a candle anymore. Get this. I still have my special soul candle that is also filled with meth. It has not only my soul, but meth in it. But also these archways are part of the ritualistic gateways to my inner being. My bedroom is off limits unless you want to make some sort of rap-like track. I guess adds change. I didn't say anything about thinking about killing. I said I don't want people. I'm a fragile person. I'm a fragile person because my heart has been lent to so many people. Like Garrett the Carrot, and Ree, and whoever that fucking horse-mouthed lesbian bullshit attention seeker. I sort of just don't trust anyone and hate people. But with the passion to have fun with them, I don't like anybody anymore. I've changed a lot because I've endured, I've experienced a lot. Old school, and all that. Almost the time. You stay busy. And some days you watch the entirety of the Twin Peaks on others. Well, how do you became? Oh, I've been a YouTuber since before I've known you. Since before I've known you. Since before I've known you. Didn't you know? Everything about me has always been a close regarded secret to almost all of my friends because I try to tell them things and they don't care to listen, so I just don't tell anybody shit. It's a tough existence. It's a tough existence. What? I've always been someone that has had interest in a world of people that all like the same thing. They all like the same games and same TV shows and same movies. And don't get me wrong, I do some things that are mainstream. Like, I like Dark Souls because I like strategy, I like tactics. I'm a Virgo, I'm a machine. I'm built to handle high quality petrol. Oh, the goth girl's really juiced up with this. Damn cares. Agent Cooper is the FBI agent. You see, Tyler, you know how I always told you that I'm some sort of evil demon? Where is the soundtracks for them then? I've never had that. You're talking to the wrong person then in that case. I don't have no Captain America on here, and you want to know why? Because that has nothing to do with, Silent Hill, spooky music, alternative gloomcore, Resident Evil. I got Evil Within on here, I think, as well. And I tried to start. No, I never did. I never did that. Because that would totally cascade against the ideas that you didn't know that I had a YouTube channel. Because you just asked when I became a YouTube person. And I've been a YouTube person since before I've known you. So if you knew something was on there in 2011, which there was never a Captain America because that's irrelevant to my channel, then you would have known. You would have known. But this goth girl double texted me. And she's not some 23-year-old goth girl that got pastel colors in her hair and likes basic shift and shops on Shine. This one seems to be more of the Daria kind of the vibe feel going on. Okay, you reply to people. I'm replying to you. You're the only person that's commented. I don't have the thing. And this is what I can do, Mr. Tyler. You look in the description of my channel and my email is there. Send me your phone number on the email and I will text you. Because I'm getting pretty juicy with someone that has a tattoo of a dragon and said that they liked my tattoos of my birds. And I think that that is potentially a juicy thing. Juicy. I'm going to just. Necessary aspects of the show. The three ending sucked. I'm talking to this girl, and she's only seen up to season 2 of Twin Peaks. She didn't even watch the 3rd season. She doesn't even know what happens after he says, I'll see you again in 25 years, and it actually happens. While you are live, I want to hear further down soundtrack. Don't tell me what to do, Cheryl. Don't you understand that I'm the one that calls the shots in my floating castle? This is the land that I developed through my own forced will. The iron will that allowed me to conquer not only the stars that I challenged, but to self-autonomate myself with the same essence of those stars. I may be weird to people, but people are fucking boring to me. There's not many people on my scale. There's people that fucking fake their whole personality because they feel insignificant. And sometimes those people are envious and try to make me belittle me and make me feel weird. But I know that I do weird, cool things. And their stories are that they drank beer at a party and they had sex with a boring girl that, was easy to chat up, that doesn't have much, that's a comfort body, that's a foodie, that likes Radiohead and Deftones. And I climbed through the clouds and saw the sun for the first time. Not the sun all of you see, but the real sun, the pale sun with its eye opening wide. This was about 4 years ago. And it was one of the most beautiful and terrifying things that I've ever seen, that in the same sense that the stars we're made out of the stars, but the stars are like they're such an ascendant form of us. We conjoin as the universe expands, it will ultimately contract at one point. 178 trillion years go by. It contracts upon itself again. And then it expands again. It's like a lung. It's like God's lung in a way. That it contracts and expands. Like it's taking breath of such an immense beast. Sometimes those glitches in the system are like getting phlegm in your lungs. The phlegm carries its own kind of foreign body, its own contaminant. Oh. There's no emergency in the world, but always understand that I cannot die. I can only feel immense suffering and bodily torment, but I cannot die. And that brings me such terrible, terrible, terrible anguish. Bob. This dude named Bob, and he is evil. He's evil. And then the bomb into Agent Cooper. And they fight. Into an alternate universe. That's it. The ending. Which looks human was sent back through time to kill her. Dedicated person. I don't think Terminator has anything to do with Twin Peaks, man. Those are two different things. As a very young person, I understood that there was a concept beyond setting up explosives just to watch fire. When I was a child, I was able to comprehend controlled explosives because back then in the 1998 to 2005 2003 era, it was so unique that the internet was so pretty much still new that they just had everything on it. Thought the stream would have been over by the time I checked. No, I figured out that I can just scroll down and then open up the text if I need to talk to a goth lady. So, just everything just came to that kind of like understanding, man. It all kind of came out of that understanding. Because where I was in the conversation kind of fell apart. Oh, because there's always going to be some need for someone to have power inside the system of the world, the universe, the the people, the creatures, everything needs to always have some sort of continental structure about how it flows, seeks form, and decays. You know, nourishment can be formed in so many things. The same nourishment that feeds the bear feeds the fly in time. And you ask yourself, because I was discussing people with butterflies because the girl said that she liked butterflies, so I let her, this is a different girl, her and her boyfriend know that butterflies spend basically 97% of their life as worms killing the world of foliage and earth. And then when they turn into the butterfly, they become pollinators and their stomach is removed. They don't have a stomach anymore. They're like a plant in a way. They feed upon the nutrition just to the point that they don't eat it anymore. They just spread nutrition because they have a symbiotic relationship with nature. I like movies. Older ones. Oh, I'm so excited. Who is Trigon Lucas Rainier? Lucas was that loser. Lucas was. No. No, I'm thinking Garrett the Carrot. Trigon is Trigon, the show with the dude. And he's a plant man. And he has the ability to activate the spaceship with his angel arm. And his brother is also a bad guy. Oh, that's that person. I see what you mean. I keep leaving my bed. Oh no. Nah, man. That person's talking about the Doctor Patroclopoulos is talking about Terminator because they're monologuing the intro of the Terminator 2 or something like that. Then it's like psychiatry sucks. I hate psychiatry. Mm. Oh, I definitely beard mogged. I beard mogged everybody in my class. All of those men with no beards and just stubble. I beard mogged them. Still Sunday. So we could. Oh no, that's not how it works. You see, I have a life. I have hobbies. I have to tend the endless void there's a direct gateway to the endless void in my proximity. So I have so many things that I need to take care of on top of making sure my plants are fed so I can have delicious yumminess. Cooking food, enjoying media, enjoying the outdoors, professional things, educational things. I have a lot that I need to do at all times. And it can't always be this. I took all my drugs, and for a moment, everything disappeared inside my head when I would move. And it reminded me so much of what it was like before when everything would just go away and I could just use my energy to walk, to jump, to look around, to speak if needed. But I didn't speak in my mind. I didn't ponder while I moved, which is, I have such an abundance of energy that when that same abundance sort of circumnavigates inside of my own structure, see, I I don't know really if any of it truly has much purpose. Yeah, I know how to branch off of the ideas until I can conclude answers in my head and solve the world around me. But that's not always fun. That's the biggest dilemma about me as a person. Is though I am wise, I don't want to be able to always have it on. My third eye is it's just always open. I can't shut it. Pried off the eyelids. That's why I don't need to sleep. I sit there and I put all of my attention into sort of a dormant state in which I enhance my sensory of touch and its sensitivity and my sensory of hearing and its sensitivity. Oh no. She's saying she likes Charlie SCX. Um, okay. Many genres. Listen. It'd feel. Oh, anyways. Oh, oh, that's so many words. Oh. Oh. Have a nice night, friends. Have a nice night. I have a voracious appetite, and it's almost a narcissistic, pompous appetite. I'm not a narcissist, but I am pompous, and sometimes I can come across as snarly and rude because I have higher standards than the vast world that seems so unabundant in my eyes. You know, I understand the pacing of people that don't know things I know, or might know things I don't know that I don't necessarily find entertaining. But the biggest thing that goes on in my head is the pacing. I'm an avid seeker of knowledge and an avid seeker of stimulation, an avid seeker of expansion. So if I find myself in the structure of being with people that I feel are on different speeds and paces than me, it's so easy to look at me and say that I'm slow or mental. But they don't know. The fastest fan in the world, the fastest saw blade in the world, moves so fast you can't catch the frames of it moving, so it just looks like it's moving slow. I'm a vibrant electrical field at all times, hypercharged by so many stimulants that have fucked up my spine and my intercranials to the point that I am what I am today, peacefully. When I say I'm just really not. I want to have something better than just feeling like I surround myself with people that just do this such simple, mundane things. My whole life has been going insane from the mundane, and I want to not feel as sick in my brain. This Sailor Moon. Oh, she called me Mr. Bad Weekend. Oh, oh, she called me my artist name. Oh, 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 ow, oh, oh, oh. I had this, one of the dudes, shit, one of the dudes at my school that plays a guitar. He has like a guitar that he can play. It's kind of like an acoustic string, but it's an electric guitar that has the acoustic. It's off the fretboard enough that you can play it like an acoustic, but you can also plug it in, and it has that kind of like, because it had like, God, it was a cool little guitar. Well, he had a portable amp as well. We were talking about music, and he's like, "Oh, you make music?" And I showed him the music because he said that he said, "You make music?" And I showed him my music, and I said I had my other project. And he said, wait a second, you're Tainted Town music. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he said, I've listened to you. And then that beautiful soul told me, I'm evil. And I said, no way. I'm not technically evil, but I am chaotically, karmically charged. And I have a neutral dharma and karma level because my karma solves itself by holding the door for people, um, helping my teachers, my professors know when I didn't label something correctly on an assignment. So, or if they didn't write the scripture out, it's a. Oh, I said that I would like to hang out, and she put a star. I don't know how to think of that. I'm a bubbly personality that's also holding back an eldritch horror. Not an eldritch god. This isn't a god, but it is some sort of quantum complexity that worms in the back of my head at all times and feeds. There's a whole networking behind me that people, if they get lost in the gloom, they can also find the heaviness of safety. Perhaps a bullet won't kill them if they're walking behind me and they get shot. Perhaps falling debris from a building will fall on them and it'll just feel like, it'll hurt them, but it won't kill them. I have a quantum webbing that follows me, and it prevents my body from destabilizing and falling apart because there's so many people that understand that there's weird things in the universe, but there's not enough people that actively pursue them. They say, you shouldn't mess with that stuff. Well, I did. And I messed with the stuff that led me to where I am today. Oh no, I don't know how to answer just an emoji. I'm autistic to the modern day autism because the modern day autism is a different flavor than yesteryear's autism. Because I never was technically an autism person. I just didn't want to talk about the same fucking thing that everyone was talking about. I don't know why someone in fourth grade wants to watch American Idol. What the fuck is wrong with you, Cody Nash? How the fuck is watching American Idol something that a fourth grader wants to do? And why is it that in seventh grade people wanted to watch The Bachelor? What are you, fucking married and sad? You need to watch The Bachelor in seventh grade? I had better things to do than get hooked on only Call of Duty and only Halo. I had much better things to do with my life than have a child when I was 14 or 15 in high school. I had so much better things to do than follow what I don't consider the neurotypical path. There are neurotypical and neurodivergent people, but the vast amount of neurotypical people are saying the same thing, and they have so little energy, they only know how to break the surface of entertainment. Mm. It's no pain. Obama. Smoking fun. There you go. Because I don't want to be simple. I don't want to get to that level that I have to feel like I'm everyone else, that I have to comfort my skin doing the same activities, the same after school. But like, I was always this bull on steroids, but I wasn't a bull. I was like a Yorkshire Terrier combined with a bull, but a big Yorkshire Terrier, not a small one. Because I'm also Year of the Dog. I remember that. It's an important detail. And my rambunctiousness and my ability to be goofy and giddy had the ability to allow me to uh, make the most boring people in the world that I wasn't being an asshole. I didn't know they were the most boring people in the world. I didn't know that their whole thing, their whole gimmick is that they're just always tired and always grumpy. Because that's a lot of people, is that they're always, their whole personality is that they're tired and that they just don't got anything going. You allow me to push past the tedium of who I am as a person, and I'll be up for days. Give me an activity, stimulate me, and you'll truly see a modern day warrior of death. You know, we don't got that energy. We don't have that intensity in movement. We don't have that intensity in allocation of mind, that allocation of ability. We have people that want to get home immediately from work, and the first thing that they want to do is turn on the TV, take their shoes and socks off, maybe their shorts or pants off, and they sit. I've seen it in too many people. They want to sit. The young people, old people that are middle aged, old people in their top years, old people that are like 30s or 40s. They come home, they they sit down and they watch fucking TV. And with streaming, you can do whatever you want, but they watch the stupid news and then they watch the TV and it's just a miserable life. I want to go out and find wild bananas and take them off the banana tree. I want to do things that pique my interest. Because, you know, a doctor may say that I engage in risky behaviors that can be seen in an impulse. But you can explain anything in any narrative to make it sound bad, but use those same variables and explain it in a narrative that sounds good. One person, they say, oh, I could engage in risky activities like driving really fast and hitting someone and killing them or getting in a car wreck. But they could also say, he engages in risky activities like walking up to his boss of 2 years and saying, I show up on time and I do the job while I'm sweating. And I think that I do the job. No, I know that I do the job better than 70% of the people out there that are standing around playing on their phone, hitting their vape pen. You see me out here like an active warrior. You see me out here like I'm a beast that you set on the battlefield to take down enemy soldiers. I want to raise, man. You want to know why I want to raise? Because tomatoes are now two for $4. They're not even two for $3 anymore. They're too expensive for me. That's where I get at. Potatoes used to be 59 cents a piece. Now they're $2 a piece. McChickens are like $6 a McChicken. And you used to be able to get two of them for $1. And I don't know how to exist. I don't know how to exist in that state. So I have the audacity to have risky behaviors to say, listen, boss, what's up, Chico? Chico means small, right? Yeah, I just want to let you know something. My last name's King for a reason. And you want this king here because he's like royalty that blesses the workspace. You want someone in a good mood that isn't a bitch to come in and say, hey, what's up? You look sad. Let me do a little dance, is what I think in my head. I make my coworkers happy. I may distract someone while they're working for a few seconds so they don't have to be miserable. I know people are hungover, so I'll get them a drink. of water. Because the best thing you can do is realize that the abundance of your exact proximity is all that matters. I don't care about making fun of someone online because they're stupid. That's entirely different. They're nowhere near me. And sometimes bullying is a little bit useful. I was bullied, and I was bullied by losers, though. I was bullied by unhappy people. They said, "You like Kingdom Hearts? That makes you gay." And I'm like, You haven't had a job since 2009, you stupid whore. Don't make fun of the things I like. You're not even happy. You smoke weed and cigarettes all day, and you live with your mom. At least I have my own fucking place, you stupid, sad, fucking pink-haired psycho. What am I saying? I'm not the bad guy here. I don't need to feel self conscious for wanting to be happy. You need to feel self conscious for being a loser. Um, I'm 28 years old and I don't have a kid yet. I don't have a kid yet. That's your fault. Oh, I got the maybe with 4 Y's and 3 E's when I said let's hang out and smoke when I get my paycheck. I said, I have this really, really, really long couch that's outside. You see, you flirt the girl and you say that you can be outside. You don't say, hey, I got this really cool bed. I got this really cool bed. And just happens to be really comfy. And it's really comfortable when you're underneath it, the blankets and covers with me with no clothes on. Extremely comfortable. And that doesn't work. You gotta tell someone, listen, I know how to cook, and I have an entire chef's outfit that I put on while I cook, because I'm insane. And then I take it off, and then, get this, after I take it off, I put on my server outfit, and I bring it to the table, and then I take that off, and then I sit at the table, and I eat. And I play the music of whatever culture, meal, cuisine that I'm cooking in the background. I was so good at being fucked up on drugs because the government at a young point in my life decided they wanted to load me up with stimulants and they made me like the attention hound. I'm like, I got attention, man. I'm the hound of attention. Oh, God, I got that girl's scent on me. Oh, I smell like a perfume flower box. Oh, oh, I got that girl's scent on me. Ooh, ooh. I'm saying I even have Bluetooth or portable speaker. 4 Y's and 3 E's. 37 people. The thing is that I'm not really a bad looking dude, and people can tell when they talk to me of the female nature that there's a whimsy and still charm to my soul, a light that has not been extinguished. Maybe people like excitable people. Maybe people like positive people. Sometimes I'm dark and gloomy, but I have the ability to get into headspace with being positive, in a better mood. See? And I say to myself, I say, now I'm making demands, telling what song she's listening to, the screenshots, so I can see the album art. Because I say I like album art because I'm an artistic little bubbly boy. I like art because I'm cultured. And I came from a time where everything around me was like 5 different kinds of architecture. And it was all beautiful. I live in a place now that the apartments I live in now are nice. I like these apartments because, they kind of have that kind of contemporary, but it's an old school contemporary. It's not like the new age contemporary that's just too rounded and blocky. And plus, I like the blue. I really do like the blue paint. It makes it a lot cooler. A lot cooler. But I was so good, the government turned me into some sort of super machine that can cognitively think so well that the neural webbing inside of my brain, the neural path, the neurons extend, and they extend outward. They extend outward to this quantum webbing. Nice, nice. I get so let down in these days, man, because I have that sort of lovey-dovey vibrancy that I want to be able to use with people, but it's like, I don't know, a lot of the girls I meet fucking suck. You know what I mean? I don't want to be with a woman that don't want to be able to give me a valid answer when I say, hey, are you feeling hungry? I'm thinking about going to this grilled cheeseburger restaurant that I found that also sells birria ramen tacos. And I was wondering, it's only a 17-minute drive. If you'd like to go get some fucking food and not sit in the apartment and rot. I don't need to sit here like a band-aid that already needs to be taken off 2 days ago. Let's go. I brought a girl to a burrito place once, and she looked so unhappy to get fucking food on me. Ooh, she's spamming me with messages. And I say, listen, man, I brought you 2 Dos Amigos burritos. How the fuck are you gonna have a bad time? They have the carrot sauce here. The black mold of death coming out of my pores. Not my pores, my lungs. I'm coughing up black mold. I got the privilege of my neighbors smoking up that gas, and the smoke's traveled up here, and I'm such a sensitive little willy wobby that even my eyes have become slanted. So I'm like a drug dog. I'm a bloodhound. I can actually smell the blood in people, and I can feel their heart rate. It sounds so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but there's other accounts of other people doing it. But you can feel the fluctuation inside someone else's pulse. I've hit my head, and I've done all my drugs, and I've hit my head, and I've felt my pain and my connection to people until I didn't become some sort of energy vampire. I became some sort of hive mind vessel that people can plug into unknowingly. Sometimes I just sit there and I hang out while other people do the work in life in their minds, and I just open up their minds and take their knowledge so I don't have to do as much computing of my own. That's what happens when you smoke. You get a little. I'm back. I was supposed to just pull it up slightly, but I pulled it up all the way. Oh, why are you sharing me Satisfaction? Oh, by Benny Benazzi. It's a good song. But I think this girl wants me to just push her and just touch her until she can feel her satisfaction. It's a good song. It's a good song. And I say, listen. I'm not afraid to admit as a human being that I like to dance. I'm not miserable. That's the secret about me, is that I'm not sad. I don't hate my life. Sometimes the circumstances make me pissed off, but I'm not sad about it. I'm more angry about things at times that I get, and not in a hostile way, a way that sets me into trying to get it all taken care of, than I am really more so much of some sort of sad, woe is me baby. I don't want to be a sad, woe is me baby. I want to be a powerful, feel the fire bouncing off, radiating off of me, the storm of flames as I expand 5% to 7% in size. And I howl, not like a fucking werewolf, but this weird creature thing has this unique sort of sound that comes out. It's like right here. It's not, it doesn't come from the vocal cords. It comes from like in between the lungs or something. It's a unique sound that's made with air entering the lungs while they're inhaling and exhaling at the same time. It's a pretty interesting concept. But also on top of that, contorting is a natural ability that anyone can do. But it doesn't always necessarily have to do with flexibility. Flexibility and contorting is a natural thing that comes one and one. But the contorting that I was able to do, especially when I'm fucked on a bunch of drugs, is the extent of not my will, but simply the creatures. I'm going to call it that. That's going to be its name. I can't say its name because it's a cursed creature. And if I say its name, I bring bad luck upon people. It stays here. Well, in the back, it's like the fourth eye, the eye of death is in the back. And this eye, the third eye is the intuitive eye. And that allows you to obviously visualize in between the lines and narratives between the souls of others' eyes and the souls of the world that we walk upon. But the eye of death that's located in the back, the fourth eye, is an interesting concept because it's more of a branching upon your ESP or sort of uh, giving yourself those post and pre electrocognitives that allow your brain to to feel the pressure, the movement before it happens, the events before they happen, not premonitionally, but you can feel the oncoming pressure and its calculative stance of its, foregoing treading and its movement. And you can, it's unique. It's a unique thing, but the third eye is sort of like playing with tarot cards or a Ouija board, and the fourth eye is kind of like playing the king's chair, and it's a little bit more complex. It's more of a complex sort of like a portal-y thing. You get deeper into that cosmic entanglement when you realize you can be doing bare minimum things in life. You could be doing bare minimum things to expand your consciousness and to ascend and form. You can extend and form by doing simple stuff that gives you 10, 15 experience, or you can do something that gives you, 268 experience, but it's just a little bit more tricky to pull off and it's a little bit more dangerous. But where there's no risk, you're not getting a big experience. You got to do a whole tarot reading. Even, the whole tarot reading is like maybe 15, 20 minutes. And that's only for a simple one. So you do all that time to get such a little reward, and it doesn't stack up as much as you think it was. You can just do a bunch of tarot readings. You don't get that same kind of charge to your psychocosmetics. But if you do something that, in a way, opens more than one sort of portal, the idea is you can open one portal through these traditional communication divine tools, your divine communication tools. You want to speak to the oracle, that's a singular structure in a way. But if you open more than one portal, the ability to have chaos flow into your system, the ability to have a level of uncertainty followed by structure in a grid. At that point, you just have to pay attention more, and you got to be very careful of your steps. But you can do simple fucking shit and get nowhere. You can have maybe something try to get through the other side and suppress you. But you can do something interesting enough, complex enough, that these entities that come in contact with you know that you're able to pull off complex operations in order to manifest them. And one of my favorite ones is you can build upon the king's throne, the king's chair, and you can place a fire in the middle, and in the fire by the feet of each person participating is a little mirror at the base, and then they have a large mirror behind them, a large vanity behind them. And it requires more than one person. It definitely requires more than one person, but the one thing that's detrimental is all of those people have to be just as attentive to the process as you are. I'm not saying they have to unison movement. It's not that complicated. But everybody has to be focused on the task and make sure that it is successfully pulled off. The biggest problem with entities is they seep into the subconscious of people. And the subconscious of people, communicating with demons. I am a fucking demon. I told you that. I told everybody that. You have these things that want to feed off of energy so they can stay manifested and materialized. And what they do is they seep inside of you, so you have this, these wants, these needs that are inside of your head. And the deeper you allow these things to understand your wants, your lusting wants, your desires, the more that it tortures you to try to obtain them versus to attain things naturally. It attains things in its own way. You know, you can get oppressed by something and suppressed by its energy to that form that you bend to its will. But the idea is to let it know that you're the thing that's in charge, that you're the scary thing that's eyes turn black without it. You're speaking that ascended form, you're not one of them. You understand that they understand. It's with unison that you know that you can flicker their light out instantly. And you feed off of them. They want to feed off of you. But you can feed off of them as well. It's like eating spicy Dorito chip. It may be spicy in your mouth, but Doritos still got 2 grams of protein per serving. And there's like 18 servings or some shit, 30 servings in each bag. So you gotta think about that. You gotta think about if you let something consume you parasitically, to some sense, it's strengthening you by giving up its energy into your body. So you can feed off of that strength if you know that it's making itself weak to exist with you. It's weakening itself so it can have influence over you. And you choose at that point, if you understand that you can feed off of it. I've explained the benefits. I just explained all the benefits. I think it's pretty cool that, precognizance is a pretty cool gift. Because it's not precognizance. It's the quantum webbing of the universe has a polarity of it's happened over and over and over again, that these all-knowing entities already know the path and trajectory. So they just allow you to move out of the way of the bullet. Precognizance is not some super awesome psychic ability. It's just knowing the answer. Because the question's already been asked before. But the answer lies a little bit ahead in time than where you are. Or it already happened before, and that answer is able to be pulled because, like I said, that quantum webbing in the universe is constantly contracting and pulling aspect of itself. It's like a membrane, and inside of that membrane has the same sort of electrical charges that would be inside of a human brain or other things. And that webbing, as it stretches, it's like film. It's like putting oil on water, a little bit of drips of oil on top of water. It has like a shape, a form to the bending and the webbing. And within that bending and webbing exists the displacement energy between matter and dark matter, which is just antimatter that's been charged by electrons. So it's like a negative matter, which is molecules of matter that have been neutronically, because there's so much nuclear energy that's just floating around out in space that people can't comprehend. But that neutronic charge displaces the energy of the matter, and that becomes bombarded to the point that it becomes sort of like a heavy electron, but it's not an electron. And because it's sort of like an electron, it attracts electrons, and then those electrons turn into dark matter. And dark matter has a similar tendency to like a stem cell in a way. It can be used to basically formulate because it's just spontaneous anything. It's very concurrent in the void where the abyss, the great abyss, just kind of like absorbs everything like a big black hole. The eternal void, the endless void, allows things to spark and to find abundance and creation out of nothing. It's a potential realm that's fueled by an energy that's much like a lifeblood of chaos and retarded cancer like cells that just kind of can decide at any moment they have consciousness or not, can turn in the ground and mountains and streaming water that blends into wind. It's a it's a very unique thing once you get past the I can walk on the sidewalk into my car and get to the car and go to the pharmacy to get the pill I need. There is probably better ways to get that all done without needing to do as much. So when it comes down to it, not needing to sleep, looking young for a long time, here's a problem with celebrities. Celebrities, their sin, their wants, their desires allow them to turn these husks. And these husks, everything dies at some point. You get to a point where you realize I already feel like I'm dead. I already feel like everything's come and gone. That's the sad thing is I was never baptized. I was neighbor, and I only stepped foot in church a few times with negative intentions. I've never been able to do service. Sad as that sounds, I always thought it would be beneficial, but the trajectory of my life led a different way. And I know it's sad and dark to say this, but the only people that are drawn towards me are evil, malicious of heart. And I don't mean even in a way that would affect me. I just mean these are the people that like violence. These are the people that they would jump someone. They would they would go out with their friends and they know someone did something wrong and they would murder them. Oh, you raped my little sister, so me and the boys are gonna jump in the good old F-250 and we're gonna basically cover you tape, get a rope, we're gonna lasso a rope around you, and then we're gonna cover you, wrap around that an entire 4 pack of Gorilla Tape. Your entire body besides just your head. And then we're gonna put you on the hitch of this F-250. And then now we can talk about doing donuts. Now we're gonna go really fast and do donuts with this 12, 14 foot rope. The rest of it's tied. You got 14 feet of slag. And you were just doing donuts. Only your head. We got you tied through the feet to the mast of our ship. I say the mast of the fucking front. But you get that point. The poop deck, whatever. And they're sliding around, and their head is the only thing smashing into these little pieces of stone, little rocks, pebbles, while you're going 90 miles per hour. And smashing in, it's hopping up and falling and sliding all over the place. And it's like all the skin's coming off. All the skin's coming. You're alive the whole time. You know what you did wrong, and we allow this to happen. You did something quite terrible. You did something so terrible. Not only did you rape the little sister, but also you did it in such a way that it made it so they had a spinal injury, and now they're in the wheelchair and they're mute. They're a vegetable. And we find you. I don't like people that do wicked things to pets. You should understand that if you meet someone that hurts animals, it makes you want to just walk up to them and push down on their shoulders and give them a few headbutts. I like headbutting people. It's fun. It seems primitive and dangerous, but it doesn't hurt as much. I thought punching someone would hurt, and punching someone did not hurt them. And you snarl and drool like a grizzly bear trying to kill. Your arms and legs and core turn rigid like stone, and only you have the ability to move them the way that you wish. There's a lot of evil people in the world. There's a lot of evil people. They want to hurt kids and they want to hurt animals. And that's the thing, is I as evil as I am towards people, I have the ability to make a baby stop crying within seconds. And animals enjoy me. It's just people that don't like me, and I don't like them. People make such basic and unworldly assumptions about me that hurt my feelings, but there's nothing interesting about them. They're cruel people that will cheat on their girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife. These are the same people that will buy themselves all kinds of things and neglect their children. These are the same people that get drink while they're going 85 miles per hour on the highway at night in the 55 lane. These people don't deserve to have the recognition that they have any kind of power. And if you let them have the power, if you let them step like they have authority, like, yeah, they may try to say something snappy. But you let them know that you also can get adrenaline pulling through your body. You also can kill. You also, when they go to say something stupid like, oh, they're mad, with the hoarse, most, and I'm not saying like you're bitching and screaming and yelling, a calm voice. It's filled with reason, filled with understanding of the situation. For no reason, you decided to bully someone that takes care of you. You decided to do something stupid to someone that's making you a meal. But this hot pan of food that I'm cooking could go right in your face. I'm not talking about a pot of water. That's too simple. We're talking about food. And then from there, while you're screaming and agonizing pain, I'm not giving you third degree burns or nothing. This isn't water. Water is dangerous. Water can be considered a serious crime if you do that. But you throw food at someone from a hot pan, and they get burnt, but it's not bad. And now they're wiping it off. That's when you go in for the step with the left foot and then curve in with the right foot as you're curling in with that nice the hook of 1,000 pounds. And you could always follow with the uppercut of 250 tons. It's all about the way that you move. Everybody wants to say, oh, you stand still and punch someone like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's ripped. He has superhuman strength. No, you want to move. You want to flow into the movements. Deflections, so simple. So it really is so simple. More often than not, you're just doing this with both of your arms the whole time. It's just, whoa. Oh, you're going to, whoa, pull some of those on people. And guide their arms and legs where you want them and just play with them like they're a toy. Play with them like they're not like you're sadistic and you're taking his legs apart, but play with them like they're a beetle and they're picking them up and putting it at the beginning of the part of dirt that it just crawled for like 15 seconds. Because 15 seconds over and over again is eternal hell for a bug. And you want them to treat it like that. You're not hurting the bug. You're just pissing it off by making it walk again and again the same path. You're doing the same thing with them. You're bringing them into your reality. You want people to be in your reality. You don't want to be in theirs. They're in the reality that there's some awesome, big, strong person that lives in the world that listens to generic music and they're angsty and they are so sure about themselves because they say something snappy and they've never been challenged. But no one will ever. There's a very slim chance that someone will kill you in public. A very slim chance that someone will be giving you some shit that you don't deserve out of nowhere, and then you let them know not to be like that, and the only thing they can do is talk tough. They're not going to kill you, and there's probably, I wouldn't say even slim at that point, there's probably a 22% chance, a 17% chance that those people will initiate physically. People just want to be in your head. They don't care about anything else. They want to be in your head. They want to have manipulation over your mind. They want to have manipulation over your narratives. I will say this a lot. Maybe I have been clowned by someone that I hadn't complete trust in. But that just teaches me more and more not to trust everyone, not to like everyone, not to like anyone. I don't see people as a commodity, but I feel like the very idea that there are some people that are so certain that they're so great because they went to the gym 5 times a week 6 years ago, 20 years ago, they were a professional football player, you know, or not even a professional, a semi-professional local team that they played on. You can kill them. They can kill you, but you can kill them. If someone wants to make your life to the point where you have to kill them, it's different than when you want to. There's no want. You don't want want. Want's bad. Leads you down a path where you have everything you could ever possibly ask for. But the tattered clothes and cuts and bruises and lost blood that it took to get there doesn't really seem worth it. Such dank marijuana. But I got a girl to say maybe with 4 Y's and 3 E's when I said, yeah, let's hang out and be happy, perhaps. That would be fun. But it doesn't fill the empty void inside of me because I don't feel like a human anymore. I've let myself down, if anything. Because I can recollect some of the most boring people that I'm with. And I was so star-crossed about people that would give up easily just because they were hot. I'd be so star-crossed about people that they had things in common with me that were unique things. But those people have an inability to act. Those people lacked dreams. They lacked focus beyond anything else besides engaging in junk food and engaging in junk media and engaging in being just junk. But I couldn't see that they were rubbish to begin with. As I say, I don't want to be with someone that their whole idea is that they have a nice body and that they're sexual. That's so cool. But when am I going to have fun? When am I going to do anything that makes me feel like 70 years from now I can recollect the memories? I can have sex with anybody. I don't want to go to some stupid concert and be surrounded by a sea of people on their cell phones. I can't even see the artist playing. I don't want to be down in the pits with a bunch of losers that settled for a bare minimum to the point that it became too expensive. I don't want that. I don't want fake friends that their whole idea is that they just complain about life and they spend all of their money on tattoos and junk food and drugs. I mean, I can understand getting a tattoo or getting drugs, junk food, but if it's all the time, if your whole life is just about feeling like you're 21, you just turned 21, if that's your whole life, it's feeling like you just turned 21, I don't want you around. I don't need to be clowned. I don't need to be goofed. I'll just cut you out of my life. You will be gone instantly. And sad. Because I think about Am I actually alone? Or do I have plenty of people in my life and I'm not satisfied with them because they don't pique my interest? I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've seen it done over and over and over. And they made it so simple to make everyone follow the manuscript. And took all the fun out of most people. I'm not saying that I'm some saint, but someone that their whole flesh is sin is different than someone that has concepts of it, thoughts. If their whole life is just engaging in sin and partying, doesn't sound fun to me. I don't have fun existing in a world that's just ecstasy. I need something that's more bright and breathing and flowing. The turquoise oceans. I need something more in people than just hearing them say, abbreviate, shut your bitch ass up, or call each other unk in real life or some shit. Having people question if they're chopped and if they're fucking chopped. I don't need a fucking mentor. If you can't understand the grasp, I can't even mentor people. I should be the fucking mentor. I can't even tell people advice because they don't listen. They don't understand how to comprehend. They're safeguarded from being able to hear the words of the divine. Because the words that I say are divine, but the words that I say are a level of divinity that's not meant. You're not meant to understand the truth. You're meant to figure it out in your lifetime and maybe die or maybe do something with the knowledge you find. I'm like a shortcut. So people aren't able to absorb it. I can tell them the absolute truth in that second. But even still, they can't interpret it. And I use the most simple words. I don't want to sound overly complicated. And it gets to that point where I see that there's a lot of people who their flaws I can see. See their flaws in thinking, their flaws in living and acting and performing. And when they're too overloaded, I see the amount of work that overloads a mind and people. And I can't help but be judgmental because it's the thing feeds, and it's a perfect machine. And it sees this. I haven't lost faith in people. I think people are boring and they suck. I'm not amused with them. They're not meant to amuse me, but I don't want to see. We live in a world of people that can't differentiate a YouTube skit, an Instagram skit. They They can't take something that's not real and differentiate it from something that is. People are dumb. People are lazy. People are selfish. But they're so dumb, lazy, and selfish, they can't even attest to screwing people over anymore. Because they can't even do it right. Nobody's smart enough to be able to take advantage of each other anymore. They just know how to fuck it up halfway through and destroy trust. I just see people that their whole idea of life is to feel like they're so great, but they do nothing. I can tell people I've made music. I can tell people that I've made music since 2017, 2016, 15. I started with the instrumental stuff and then went to the lyrical stuff in 2017. But 2015, I've been making music since then, and that music has made me probably $16,000 in royalties. I have 22 million streams in total. But I don't know how to just walk up to people and tell them that. I'm not like these other people that no one wants to talk to. The dudes that get in relationships with girls for a few months, because after they're done talking about how great they are, they have nothing else, because that's it. I'm insane, and I don't like it when people say I can't do things. I'm going to do them, and I'm going to do them to the extent that's better than they would have imagined I could. Because I don't like people critiquing my abilities. They know nothing of me. I don't like when people act like they know me. Because I don't. I never get the time to talk. I'm just around a bunch of people being rambunctious constantly. No one talks. Nobody talks about themselves. They just goof off and do stupid shit and stare at their phone. So I start to lose my connection to that world. These people. Because it sounds like a narcissist thing to say. They don't serve me. People aren't people anymore. They made it too simple for everything to do all the work and everything for you. So nobody has any ability. Nobody has any testament. And it sucks. It sucks because the world became bad because people became too lazy. They became too lazy to have a personality. They became too lazy to have joy, to have wonder. They became too lazy for everything that makes life great. They became too lazy to love correctly. They became too lazy to truly be able to feel like a normal, good thing that's worth it. They don't know how to do that. And I get scared, man. I get scared because I can understand that I see the same thing every fucking day, all day, in every face that I meet. All these fucking overly pretentious girls and all these fucking rude, uncaring guys. And they can't take life seriously. They don't take life seriously. It pisses me off is that they don't take life seriously and they act like they're so great. And they blow through all of their money. They never get anywhere. I wanted greatness. I wanted some sort of primal tenacity at that same extent that would make sense to me. But I see soft people in a soft world. People that have more fears than they have rational concepts to be able to enjoy things in life. They're more afraid of it these days. They're taking a leap of faith into the unknown. Life isn't a series of novelties. That's the reason why everyone fucking sucks these days. Because they think it is. They think it's all about acquiring and wanting and needing and taking. They can't just listen to some birds and watch the trees move in the wind. They need the stimulus of an activity. They need the taste of a food. They need the taste of a drug, the taste of in between some girl's legs. They need to feel alive by indulging in things. They need to indulge in the novelties. And that's why so many people fucking suck. That's their whole thing, is indulgement. Mindless, selfless indulgement. And they settle for the most low quality, low tier things that one can acquire. And I just had my Instagram fucking deleted because I hate. Because I fucking hate. Because I'm a tool. I'm a piece of shit. I hate a good amount of groups. I hate a good amount of these fucking groups of bullshit. You know, I'm not designed to be on social media that's perfectly, constantly surveyed by people that are, you know, I have freedom of speech. I say whatever I fucking want in person. As long as I'm constructive and I'm not demeaning, it's fine. You can't say what you want on social media. I don't like social media. I don't like social media because it's every fucking girl that I know, even my fucking family members, being sexy, horny, blah blah. I need to get fucked on Halloween. It's all the girls. Every girl that I know is a fucking whore on social media, and every guy I know is a fucking loser. It's all about their entertainment. It's all about how cool and great they are because, you know, they drove their car to the $600 Ticketmaster ticket so they can be shy in a crowd of people. I'll be at the mosh pit. I want to be at the mosh pit. I want to, if I die, cool. I won't because I can't. But if I don't want to be any of these people you see, because these people you see, they go to these warehouses to see EDM shows and raves that suck so they can get fucked by some goth dude wearing a cowboy hat. And I just don't think that any of that's really remotely in any way. It's like if demons gave people the bare minimum to indulge in, and that's what people were getting off on, was the bare minimum. They're not even floating past the fourth plane of pleasure, but it's there. It's like surviving off of fast food. That's your whole diet. It's fast food, cheeseburgers, your whole life that you know. It's followed by the most bare minimum, low quality entertainment and food and everything else, and you're satisfied. You're satisfied with that. You're satisfied with doing falling in love with the girl at the rave, and then she sucking off your brother or some shit. That we bring her to that to your home, your families for the holidays, and you catch her sucking off your brother, and you say, "Well, that's not really good. You're supposed to be my girl. Not like I own you or some stupid shit, but I didn't think that you would be like, I'd brought you here to meet my family and spend the holidays, and here you are sucking my fucking brother's cock." You think to yourself, well, that makes me feel pretty fucking lousy now, doesn't it? I don't want to hang out with people that their whole idea is just drinking and sitting. Drinking, sitting, and smoking weed. I can smoke weed and I want to move around. I don't want to smoke weed and do nothing. You smoke weed and cook together and watch a nice little TV show. Or I can just fuck you like you're a corpse while you sit there and do nothing because you're that boring of a person that your whole personality is being a leering eye puppet, your eye candy for someone, and then they talk to you and you suck. You're fucking terrible. You suck. There's nothing fun about you. You don't know how to start fun. You know how to have someone else run the show for you, and you just participate in the lowest quality. You have no energy. You just want to fucking do drugs and be sexy in appearance, but your brain isn't sexy. Your actions aren't sexy. Your energy isn't sexy. Your adventure, your enthusiasm of wonder and curiosity isn't sexy because you have nothing. I don't want to be around these people that their whole idea is the party. What are you fucking celebrating? You're doing nothing. And then you're in your 30s, and then you're in your 40s, and you have a fucking beer belly, and you hate yourself. I don't want to be around those people. Why would I? Maybe it's fun to be around people that want to enjoy their life. Maybe it's fun being around people that want to do something different. But I'm around people that eat the same fucking meals like they're in elementary school and they have a weekly schedule. They have the same fucking meals. They go to the same restaurants they have to eat. They don't try anything new. They do nothing. And that's not good enough for me. Because I've been around these people that are so fucking hard to acquire. And then you hang out with them, and they're like fucking retarded. And the little Animal Crossing, the fucking Nintendo Switch losers. I don't want to talk to some girl that's all talk and she's talking about how fucking dangerous of a gangster goth girl she is, and that she's the Antichrist. And then I hang out with her, and it's like, oh, I cracked. But it's like, how the fuck are you only 2 years younger than me? It's like talking to a toddler. Did you get like energetically raped your entire life? You have no strength behind any of you. You just suck. You're a miserable fucking loser. Your whole thing is about feeling like a 10-year-old. You're 26 years old and your whole life is revolving around eating snacks and being comfy. and being in your safety space. I don't need to be with someone that needs to crawl into a nest all the time. I want to be with someone that wants to be my side by side condor of death. I want to be the condor. She can be the albatross. And together we'll give birth to the zoo and the Quetzalcoatl. That sounds a little bit better than being with a fucking chicken nugget. No, that girl's not a chicken nugget. She's a dinosaur chicken nugget. I'm like, that still doesn't change shit. I'm a turkey vulture. I'm terrifying. I weigh 98 pounds of turkey. I'm 5 feet tall. And I have fucking spikes all over my body. I'm more terrifying than a normal turkey. I'm a death turkey. I'm not amused by you. I'm not amused by your chicken nugget. Chicken nugget? Nope. I'm not amused by your big macho energy, bro. All you do is talk tough, and make your voice deep. But do you know how to disembowel someone with only 6 fingers? No. You go for a straight punch or something stupid and pathetic. You're going to go for a boot kick. I don't like it because I know when people lie. People suck at lying too these days. Nobody can lie well. The idea is to not want to lie, but you can catch someone lying because when people do lie, they lie so poorly that you can see them coming up with a fucking story in their head. You can see the upper part of their eyelids moving. You see everything about them, and that 5 seconds takes them to answer something that should be instant. And you say, I have no worth if it's just being extended towards not having honesty, not having decency in my company. I have no worth. So I don't want to have this kind of interaction. So I don't want to have this depth of nothing. But inside of this eternal darkness, so comfy. And I get out, and it's my special bird boy womb, and I'm wriggling. I'm wriggling like some sort of creature. It's calling out of their sort of bird creature egg, and I'm wriggling, and it's red, and it feels like the expansive amniotic fluid, a sea, a deep, endless ocean of blood. But it's not blood. And I float. And I'm in this realm of comfort. I'm in this realm that's like a womb with no walls. Cast away from everything else. I'm just inside this ocean, this sea. I cannot drown. And I just float. Comfort lines itself. I had one girl keep looking at me all fucking class. She kept turning to look at me. And there's this little gay dude that sits next to me, and he moans. He plays cool math games, and he moans. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Oh. Does that for 2 hours. This is not my evil rum. This is just... This rum heals me. It's a healing rum. You can think that it's evil, but the red heals me. This is my uneternal sleep. This crimson whelm is peaceful for me. The low buzzing. It's like a low humming. Oh no, the batteries in my Robert Smith the Cure clock have broken. I have gotten no more messages from Mrs. Gurley Whirly. I just want to exist in a place that feels more alive. Sometimes the world just seems like it's wind and moving leaves past me. No other sounds, no other people. I'm all alone. There's people moving by, but they don't exist. Good night. Have a nice one. They don't exist. I can communicate with strangers. No issue. But I am intense. Because people are weak. I'm not great and strong and awesome and powerful. There's just an abundance of people that are not good and not great and not special in any way. I'm not the only person that's kind of okay and not better than people that don't try. There are other people that are better than people that don't try. But it got more angry and angry and angry as the years came on. I have like a volatile poison of rage inside of me because I hate people. I'm so sick of people. They just play with each other. There's nothing positive about it. I don't want to live in a world like that. But it's about selfishness. Red light heals the body. Ultraviolet or blue light does not heal the body. Blue light damages the cells of the body, not just through your phone, but in general. The sun is different because there's blue light in the sun, but the sun is also full spectrum. So you're getting everything, not just blue. Blue isn't necessarily good for us. I mean, you got that thing about Hawaii. They say the only things that were left are things that were blue. So if you paint your house blue, the government will destroy it. And it's like that's kind of scary that's a thing in the structural world, but in our bodies and everything else in our mechanical world, blue is almost not present at all for a good reason. Because blue is a very destructive thing. There's not many blue plants because blue usually is bad. Red and green are usually good. It's like original Star Wars. It's red versus green. It's not red versus blue. And the interesting thing is Vader was still the good guy. So it's not that red is bad. It's that red is the intensity of condensed intention, of curiosity. It's focused to the degree that it's condensed, where green is more of a zen, free-flowing form. But I still prefer red over green. Red has the ability to heal your eyes and heal your joints. People don't understand it. They think that there's no way that being in the red world can actually make me have my joints and my vision and everything else, my hearing. I always tell people, I have sensitive hearing. You have to turn yours up really, really loud because you like it loud, but also because you can't hear it well. I can hear just fine. You can blast your speakers at 30% volume and I can hear it just fine. I can hear every instrument. You're deaf. You're deaf. You need to play it at 50 volume. But I can hear the sprinklers outside. And everything's closed. Everything's closed. I hear sprinklers outside. I can differentiate between 8 different conversations at once and pull off probably like reasonably done 3 to 4 tasks while multitasking. Not because I'm better than people, but because I tried my best to be as best as I could for myself. I spent my money on water, but I guess I escaped from the purpose of this video because that person with the Cheryl profile really needed to know if the videos on my channel were the ones that I uploaded, if I uploaded the content on my channel or not. But the Dreadstar, the body of dread is surmassing. It's coming. I have to be very patient. If I want to hold myself as a true vessel, I have to contain myself with the vessel. The vessel, I'm the vessel for the vessel. That makes sense. I'm the vessel for the vessel. And that vessel carries the vessel. It's like it's a layer to it. And then it just kind of moves up from there. I'm basically just a tortured sack of flesh. And that tortured sack of flesh has the vessel in it. And that basically is the cosmic glitch space parasite that feeds off of things. And it feeds off of things while it's in me to grow in strength, to change my form, to change my mind, to change my complexity, my intelligence, my strength, my movement. In the most painful and agonizing ways, it makes me better. I'm around people that just keep doing the same shit. The trends, the political narratives, everything's fed to them and they just eat it up. They can't fucking cook. But I know how to cook. They don't say let him cook, they say let him cater. So I'm feeding everyone. I go to someone else's barbecue and it's them getting store-bought dogs and store-bought burgers, which is no problem, but they're burnt. I'm not eating no fucking brown dog with brown and black dog and I'm not eating a black burger. It shouldn't be that much char, man. That's bad for you. How the fuck you put a burger on the grill? Well, burgers and dogs on the grill and they're fucking black. Dogs come out, they're like pink, white, or red. You can't be telling me you made a dog that was black and you tried to give it to me with ketchup and mustard. Dude, it's pretty much black all the way through. You gave me a burnt dog. How do you not know how to fucking cook a dog? These are ballpark franks, man. These are fucking huge. You burnt all the way through it. That's like an inch and 1/3 of dog burnt all the way through. And then come here. I'm a puppet. I'm basically a puppet being controlled by something that allows me to feel and think and be alive and allows me to move myself with the weight, the pain that comes along with being parasitically infected by a cosmic space creature that feeds off of other cosmic entities and other people and their feelings of ecstasy and their feelings of not rage, but like sort of like anger, eagerness to be destructive, not anger, but eagerness to be malicious and destructive, and their lust and their ecstasy. I think that bliss and ecstasy are a little bit different because ecstasy is a little bit more intense. Bliss is, if anything, bliss is a very dead emotion. It's positive. It's a positive emotion. It's symbolic to or towards a level of peace. But bliss is being peaceful for really what is and what lacks thereof. It's not liking the small things. It's just fucking liking. Bliss is like lazy happiness. It's like lazy comfort. It's like lazy slothing, lustful. Sit down and I am comfy. I am the comfy one. I am the one that's so comfy. Nothing matters besides the state of comfort. I will have no thoughts in the comfort. I will have no satisfaction in the comfort. I am here in the comfort. And the more that it feeds off of me, the more that my rotten flesh falls away. The more that the flesh that has been taken from me doesn't matter. And the more that my mind completes itself into the perfect paradigm of what it was. But I can't really just decide. Can't play the game forever. At some point I have to jump out. At some point I have to move around. At some point I have to adjust. No, I'm about as fun as I needed to be. But when I realized that I brought the entertainment, people diss the power. You go to the cabin on the lake and you're the electricity. They can do it without you. Let them sit in the dark. What did you bring? Nothing. Oh, turkey. No, no coffee. Oh, I have so many eggs. I have so many eggs that I have to eat within the next 13 days, like 14 days. Perhaps it's time to retire to a state that I can comfortably use the bathroom. It's goodbye for now. Ta-ta. Oh.